But let's bring on board then Amar Singh to chat a little bit more about the equity markets and some individual stocks as well. Amar, come in then on Infosys. How do you see the stock position ahead of its numbers? There's a little bit of trepidation, and anyway, its Q4 is seasonally weak. Tomorrow the company is coming out with its numbers. How would you approach Infi on the chart specifically?
Yeah, overall, looking at Infosys, we've seen Infosys cracking significantly from almost 1040 levels and currently around 970. So clearly there is a selling pressure in Infosys, and also I would say the rupee has been a major factor, because if you look at the start of the year, it was 68.50 and currently it's around 64.80. So that also, the appreciation of the rupees also have dented the I would say the profitability, has an impact on the profitability. And technically speaking, yes, Infosys is still on the sell side. There could be some consolidation, because 940, 950 on the downside, that could be a level of support. So the numbers definitely are keenly awaited tomorrow. But technically speaking, the stock is still in a downtrend, and till the stock does not sustain above 980, 985 levels consistently, you can say that there would be selling pressure in the stock, and the results would I would say that would set the trigger or the tone for the next phase of movement in Infosys.
Okay, that's the view coming in on Infi. Amar, run us through some of your top technical recommendations. Then on the charts, what looks good?
Yeah, the first is Britannia Industries. Britannia, what we are seeing is that in spite of the market sell-off that we witnessed today, Britannia is managing to hold its fort, and it's positive across all time frames if I'm looking at it from a technical perspective. So any pullback towards 3400, 3450 can be used as a buying opportunity, with a stop loss of 3329 and a target of 3530. So that's the first one on the buy. The second is Colgate Palmolive. Colgate Palmolive also, overall the trend remains positive, and today also it's marginally up. So Colgate Palmolive can be a buying opportunity around 1005 to 1010, with a stop loss of 984 and a target of 1050. And the third is on the list is Aurobindo Pharma, but Aurobindo Pharma is a sell. What we are seeing is the pharma index. If you look at the pharma index, that's been on the sell mode. It's currently around 10,300. And also if you look at Aurobindo Pharma, it has been struggling, and it's been on a primarily major of the pharma stocks. So any pullback in Aurobindo Pharma towards I would say 651, 653 levels can be used as a shorting opportunity, with a stop loss of 664 and a target of 629, because technically the stock is still weak. However, the stock is moving towards oversold territory, so there could be some pullback, but again that would be more or less used as a shorting opportunity till the pharma index as well as the pharma stocks show some signs of consolidation.
All right, Amar, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much then for joining us and giving us a sense on what's happening with the markets, of course, Infosys and the other stocks as well that he's keeping an eye out on. But let's move on then from equities and talk about commodities. We have with us Tarun Satsangi. He's the head of commodity and currency research with Globe Commodities. Hi Tarun, good morning. And let's start off with crude prices. You know, that is something that we have seen quite a significant up move coming in, especially in the last 1 month or so. What's your view on crude?
Crude, which is also looking firm, which has risen 7 consecutive days, supported by the hope that OPEC and non-OPEC countries would consider production cut beyond June. At the same time, attack on Syria by the US last week raised the geopolitical premium to the prices. Well, we are expecting WTI crude oil price to reach $55, $56 per barrel by this week. In domestic bourses, it could be bought somewhere close to 34.25 with a stop loss of 33.60. On higher side, target can be placed close to 35.25.
Let's also get a sense as to what the outlook is when it comes to gold prices. What would be your strategy?
Gold, which is looking firm, currently trading at a 5-month high, supported by the escalating geopolitical tension. At the same time, recent comment from the Fed person that they are looking for a gradual rate hike as they forecasted in their January FOMC meeting. So certainly it is looking to getting support from what is happening in Syria and Korean region. Gold can be bought in our domestic bourses somewhere close to 29,050, keeping the stop loss below 28,800. We are expecting prices to reach 29,500 by this week.
All right, thanks very much for sharing with us all of those strategies and all of our guests for joining in today. It's been great having you on Buy Now Sell Now. With the advanced decline ratio at 1:7, we wind it down right here on Buy Now Sell Now. Coming up next, we chat macros with IIP and CPI on Market Sense.